guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing amazing. So in today's video we are going to do a recap of February, and then which is going to be pretty much a quick walkthrough, and then we're going to do a March breakdown. So for the month of March, you guys know that I had about $2,349, and rent was paid, cell phone was paid, MTA was paid, gym wasn't paid because I already had paid for it for the last paycheck of January, which that was awesome. And then Apple Music was paid, Apple Storage, Lifetime, Amazon Prime, and Prime ad free. All those were paid. Now going into my debt is Chase Flags, which I paid. The minimum was $45, and I made an additional payment of $253, which I thought that was great. Apple credit card, I made additional $23, and then emergency, I made, instead of $25, I did a $31 deposit to my emergency fund. Savings, I said 25, I put 35, and then so what I am trying to do, I'm trying to go back old school. You remember back in the days where you only had like one savings, one checkings. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm not just gonna have one savings. I'm just not gonna have multiple savings account. I'm gonna see how that works for me, because right now, with me having to do my budgets and not having to have a grocery or household or miscellaneous or spending envelopes, I just have it in one, which is just spending, right? And I do take out the cash and I spend it in cash, and whatever's left over, I'll try to contribute it to different categories, which would be either debt or one of my sinking funds. And that's working awesome for me. I'm not stressed out taking money out of each envelope, which is it's stress-free. Okay, because my anxiety was just like, oh, if I take out money here, if I take out money here, and normally 9 out of 10 times I'm borrowing from another envelope. So that's why I just put it all in one, and for the past couple of months it's been working out for me. So that's what I want to do for now, savings, right? So I do have an Ally account, which I have different buckets in, but now in my other banking account, my banking, I have a future savings, which future is going to be home. That's going to be something I'm not touching. So it's going to be home, either buying a car, anything for the future, right? Maybe if I have to buy a wash machine here, or if I have to do this, I'm going to have an emergency fund. I'm definitely going to have that. I am going to have my regular savings, which is going to be just savings that I do not touch. Future is something I'm not going to be touching. And then I was going to have a Brooklyn emergency fund, which was going to be all things Brooklyn. But then I was like, Brooklyn is in the household, so Brooklyn's going to be in my emergency fund. So now I just have to boost it up a little bit more. So I'm not trying to have too many accounts open. And then I have my checkings, which my checkings, I just spend whatever I need for the household. I am going to make another savings account, which that savings account is going to be basically, I do have a gift account. I do have that, because gifts is going to be for Christmas, birthdays, or if I give something to someone as a gift, it's going to be in that. I'm not trying to have so many savings accounts open due to my personal reasons why I don't want so many to be open. So I'm gonna be eliminating. So you guys might hear like future savings, you guys might hear just Sabrina savings. I'm even thinking about just pitting. I do have my daughter's savings account, which is Sam and Maya. I might just keep that one separate as well, but I have that in Ally. And Ally is, like I said before, is money that's going in there that I'm not thinking of touching at all. And then my other bank is the one that if I have to touch, which would be my emergency fund, it would be gifts, because gifts is always someone's birthday here and there. Instead of transferring back and forth, Ally is just one way. The only way someone's touching that, if just in case of an emergency and I have to touch that savings and I have to deplete it, then that's something I'm gonna have to do. But God willing, that I don't have to ever touch it until I have to touch it. I do have my my retirement. So I do have my retirement. My retirement is in Alley, but hopefully, God willing, I'll be able to start investing this year. Well, this month I'm hoping to invest in something, but I'm also still gonna keep that retirement over there at an Alley, so I could just have that retirement and then build. I don't know where I'm gonna build my investment at yet. I'm still doing my homework on it. So that's how February is going. I know February, my paycheck for the last paycheck is not over yet, but it looks like I'm probably gonna be staying with maybe $0 because, whew, the food. Okay, the food. So I'm gonna be like simmering down with all the savings accounts. I'm just gonna do the most important ones, and yeah, and I'm gonna figure it all out. And then once I really figure it out, I'll definitely let you guys know, like, how I decided to organize my life, because that's basically my life, right? So let's go into March, guys. March just came here, okay? It just said hello out of nowhere. Not really out of nowhere, but that's why I blinked and March was here. Okay, so for the month of March, you already know I'm gonna be bringing in from my 9 to 5 is 1,700. Definitely bringing in other incomes, but I'm not gonna put that down because you just never know, right? And my expenses is going to be as follows: rent $680 and $680.60. My rent went, I don't know what happened. My rent dipped in February and now it's back up in March. Don't know, but I know definitely in May my rent will be going up, maybe by a few dollars or maybe $100. Now, I'm still trying with this phone company that I went to. For some reason, it's not working in my favor. And don't get me wrong, the service is really good when it's good, but in certain areas it does not work. It's still cutting off, and I think it's the phone, but every time I go back to take the phone, there's nothing wrong with the phone. So I decided that I am gonna be going back to T-Mobile, and I'm just going to upgrade my phone. I'm just gonna upgrade the phone and pay the difference for the phone. I just can't, like, the conversations that I be having, nobody could hear me. I'm just tired of the fact that everybody keeps saying that there's nothing wrong with my phone when obviously there's something wrong with it. Service, when I took it to T-Mobile, they said it was perfect. Now that I came to Visible, it's still doing the same thing, and their customer service it doesn't work in my favor. It just don't. So I will be going back to T-Mobile, and I will be upgrading my phone. So I will be paying the additional, I think $30 until the 2 years or so. I need to be stress-free. I can't constantly keep sitting here. I have kids, and my kids, one works in one way and the other one's in school, and my mother lives over here. My two brothers live in 2 different states. I need my phone, and I'm just so bummed that this is not working out for me. And it's probably not even Visible. Another thing that with Visible is, like, it keeps telling me that I have to, every time I make a phone call, there's like a pop-up, and it keeps telling me, do you want to use the other line? Do you want to use cellular? Do you want to use line 2? Do you want to use? And I'm like, why do I have all these lines? And then there's a lot more to the Visible that I thought it was just going to be easy breezy, and then there's like the alerts that's on the phone. The voicemail it's another pop-up that it keeps saying, do you want to use cellular 1 or cellular 2, and I'm like, what is all this? So I really wish that this would have worked out for me. I really did. And it's only been, what, 4 days? But 4 days I've been stressed out, just not with just Visible, with just overall the whole entire, the phone, the 2 companies, Apple. I'm just over it already. So I'm just gonna upgrade my phone, and I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna move on. So you're gonna see an increase in my cell phone bill. I really didn't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to. And this is why I'm gonna save for my next phone, because since I upgrade my phone every 3 years, I'm just gonna set aside the money so I could just pay cash up front and then deal with just my bill. So that's what's going on with my cell phone. That was a rant. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. So MTA is gonna get $132, gym membership $34, Apple Music $17, storage $1, lifetime $5. I'm just rounding it off. Amazon Prime $8, Prime ad free $3. My expenses total up to $1,010.60. And then we're gonna go into my debt. So Chase is $40 a month. Apple credit card is $146. I'm still putting this in my budget, even though I know it's going to be paid off this month, but I'm still putting it in my budget just in case. And that totals up to $186. Then we're going to go into my sinking funds, which is my emergency $50 I'm giving, savings $50, retirement $20, gifts is going to get $20. Gifts I'm going to be hiking up once the debt is paid off, because Christmas, before you know it, is here. Because look, we're already in March. 2 months is gone, and we're here in March. So before you know it, it will be here. And that right there, let me see, totals 140. Look at me getting the calculator. Sabrina, be for real. So my sinking funds come up to 140. This is not really set in stone, but this is what my budget is going to look like for March. And then what's left is $218.34 left to spend. So that's anything that I want to spend it on, as long as I stay within here. I have a question, guys. If you spend, like, let's just say in the categories that you spend in, if you spend within that, do you consider that a no spend? Or do you consider that you're still spending money that day? So let's say Monday you spent $25 out of the $300 that you put in groceries. Do you consider that a spend day or a no spend? Because I would think I would consider it a no spend. So I feel like if I spent everything within the $218, I think that would be a no spend. Is anything outside of the $218, I think would be a spending. Let me know. I don't know if that made sense, but let me know. So yeah, that is my monthly budget for March. And I do have, I'm trying to finish the book that I'm reading, and then I'm going to be starting a new book. So you guys will see that new book, which is going to be in my Kindle, because it's cheaper in my Kindle. So I'm be starting a series of 3 books. It's a series, and there's only 3 books in the series. And I'm going to start with the first one, and you guys will see it in the next video, which will be my paycheck number 1. And I'm trying to bake something new for March, because March is giving me spring, nice weather, and I want to get back into my baking. I used to love baking. Oh, I love baking. Not from scratch. I'm not going to say I'm sounding like I'm a professional, because I'm not. I use box, but I do want to bake something from scratch. That I do want to do. And look how pretty is my spread. Look at this. If you guys are interested in that, that's from Lupita's Aid Sticky Shop. You guys can check it out. That's where I got these stickers from, and they're pretty good, and they're good in removing. So if you want to remove it and place it somewhere else, you can do that. That is one thing that I can say about these stickers. Yeah, guys. And I went to the gym. You guys are going to see that video. I vlogged it, and I'm excited because I'm going again this Saturday. I was gonna go to the gym today, but I said, no, I'm going to relax. And plus I just came from work. As you can see, I still got my scrubs on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this February recap, March budget breakdown. And I'm hoping that March is a better month for me. With that being said, guys, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this type of content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to share and subscribe. And I'll be seeing everyone in my next video. Bye.